What is going on, everybody? It's the George Bulldog Will here, recapping the Jets game, which was at home against the Patriots. The Jets had a chance to snap their 12-game losing streak against the Patriots. The Jets have not beaten the Patriots since week 16 of the 2015-16 season. Which, in fact, I was actually at that game. So ever since the game I went to, ever since the Patriots-Jets game I went to almost 7 years ago, the Jets have not beaten the Patriots. Did they do that today? Nope. They lost. The Patriots, or I'm not going to say this, the Jets lost to the Patriots 22-17. The Patriots didn't beat us. We just lost. We had so many mistakes out there. 3 interceptions by Zach Wilson. 2 of them were very dumb interceptions. Two of them were all 3 of them were his fault. One of them was he overthrew Ty Johnson, and the other 2 were when he was under pressure and he's rolling to the sideline, should throw out of bounds, but instead he throws downfield and it's intercepted. He did that twice. I'm like, throw the ball out of bounds. What are you doing? So I was getting really annoyed with that. But honestly, I don't know what to say. I mean, you can't be doing that, Zach, man. Come on. He threw 4 interceptions last year in last year's home game against the Patriots. That was embarrassing. Well, that's because he was still getting settled into being in an NFL in the NFL and not being in college football. So I mean, yeah, it takes a while, but hey, now you're settled in. It's your second year. We should be seeing some improvement, and we're seeing improvement. But what was different about this game than the other games is that Zach was throwing the ball a lot more than he usually does. Because before, he'd been relying on the running game. You know, Breece Hall, Michael Carter, Braxton Berrios, Ty Johnson. I didn't see Braxton Berrios get involved on the running game, but you know who I did see get involved on the running game? Garrett Wilson. He did. I like it was the Jets sweep, and Garrett Wilson, you know, he gave the ball to Garrett Wilson, and Garrett Wilson picked up some good rushing yards, so I like that. But yeah, and he was throwing the ball to Garrett Wilson a lot more than he has in the past. That's why somebody asked Coach Sala after the game, why are they not throwing the ball to Elijah Moore right now? Well, I mean that's because they wanted to see Garrett Wilson get more passing yards. But I mean, we do want to see Elijah getting passing yards too, even though he was being a little selfish recently. But we do want him to contribute. And I know Elijah Moore wants to contribute too. So I think pretty much we'll be able to get some passes to Elijah Moore. But right now, we have a lot of things to work on. Offensive line, I mean, yeah, I get it. But honestly, it's not that when your key offensive lineman is out for the rest of the season with a tricep injury that you just completely just fall apart. No, what you do is you step up. You do a lot more than you got to step up. You got to really step up your game. You cannot be playing you can't be relying. You got to do your job. You got to step up. You got to play better than how you did when he was with you. That's where you got to take more responsibility and protect Zach. This is where you guys have to step up. You have to step up. And I didn't really see much of that. What led to Zach being under pressure in the pocket the interceptions were, first it started off with you guys not being able to block, and then that was your fault, but then him throwing the interception was his fault because he should have thrown it out of bounds. But again, you all got stuff to work on. Defense played pretty solid. I mean, I'll say that. The penalties really screwed up the defense, especially the roughing the passer penalty. But But I think the defense played pretty solid. I mean, they held the Patriots to Nick Folk had to kick like 4 field goals. I think he had to, well, let's see, 3, 6, 16, 19, 22. Nick Folk had to kick 5 field goals today. Zerline kicked, let's see, the field goal and a touchdown. No, then yeah, he missed 1 field goal. He had he had 2 field goal attempts today. He made 1. He missed 1. So the score could have been 22 to. It could have been 22 to 20, but it was 22 to 17. So, hell. And also with special teams, I don't know what that squib. I don't know why we did that squib kick to start the second half. I don't know what we were doing, but that's what Brant Boyer drew up. But that was a stupid play call. Another stupid play call was the 3rd and 18 where we handed it off to either was it Elijah? No, not Elijah. Was it Robinson or was it Carter? Whoever it was, I don't know what Mike LaFleur was thinking, but that was very stupid. That is one of the worst play calls I have seen this entire season. We weren't trying to burn time. We were trying to drive down the field. But but according to Mike LaFleur, he didn't want to drive down the field. He wanted to give the Patriots the ball back. That's what happened. That's one of the worst play calls I've seen this season. One of the worst. Zach Wilson, he's frustrated with how he played, and he should be. He expects himself to play better. Robert Saleh, he expects him to play a lot better than how he did today. Yes, Robert Saleh definitely expects the whole team to play a lot better in general. Everybody's got to do their job. Offense, defense, and special teams. All of you. Mike LaFleur, you gotta make better play calls. And same thing with you, Brant Boyer. You too. Both of you. Both of you. But yet again, the Patriots beat us. All right, let's get into the stats and then let's close out this video because I've been running for a few minutes now. Let's go. Game leaders, passing yards for the Patriots. Mac Jones, 24 for 35, throwing for 194 yards, throwing for 1 touchdown and 1 interception. Rushing yards, Ramondre Stevenson, 16 carries for 71 yards. Receiving yards was Ramondre Stevenson, 7 receptions for 72 yards. Passing yards for the Jets, Zach Wilson, 20 for 41. Yeah, throwing the ball a lot more now. Throwing for 355 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. The 2 touchdowns were to Tyler Conklin, by the way. The 3 interceptions, 2 of them was when he was stuck in the pocket and he was under pressure, rolled to the sideline instead of throwing out of bounds, throwing down the sideline and throwing an interception. Rushing yards, Michael Carter, 7 carries for 26 yards. Receiving yards was Garrett Wilson. Saw him a lot more in this game than in the past games. Garrett Wilson, 6 receptions for 115 yards. Well, there you have it. That's another Jets loss against the Patriots. Patriots snapped the Jets' 4-game winning streak. Jets dropped to 5-3, while the Patriots moved back up to 500, and they're now 4-4. They have a game against the Colts next week at home, while the Jets are playing the Bills at home next week. And, well, there's a lot of things we got to do to beat Buffalo next week, which I believe we can do. But, again, there's a lot of things that we got to do. So maybe I can do a pregame and I can address that. Or maybe I'll go live tomorrow and recap today's game and talk about what we need to improve on for this upcoming game, this upcoming week, for the game next Sunday against the Bills. So yeah, I'll probably do that tomorrow. But for right now, this is what I think about this game. It was bad. I think we should have played a lot better than how we played today. There were some bull crap penalties involved. Yeah, I'll admit that. The roughing the passing penalty made me mad. So yeah. This team is a roller coaster. Is all I have to say. You're looking. You're up. You're up here. Things are going well, and you go down here, and then things just start to go bad. I'm hoping that's not how it goes. I hope we can go back. I hope we can go back up. So yeah, right now, I'm just gonna try and put this loss behind me. Focus on the upcoming game against Buffalo. See you guys later, and go Jets.